And welcome back to match 3. We've got Horang2 and Action going at it in Zerg versus Terran bloodbath at this point.
Protoss.
Oh, excuse me, Zerg versus Protoss. Right, you know, the mind looks at one thing and says another. It's all part of
It happens to me all the time.
I'm just going to blame the schools.
Wow, I can't believe those Reavers were able to clear out all of those Ultralisks. Well, not quite all of them. It's still
it looks
close.
like he got one up in the ship.
Yeah, I think he saved maybe 3 of them,
really?
if not more. Yeah, he started picking them up earlier, but that was a lot of Ultralisks to be taken down. Nice play using that ridge to his advantage, I think.
Well, yeah, it's nice that he's able to take some of those. Oh, and the Proleague even hit his own Ultralist. But it's nice that he's able to take those out, but I've got the feeling that Action can easily replace those guys, while Horang2's going to have a harder time replacing any units if he doesn't get a base. Right now he's baseless. Or
Right.
not baseless, but he's moneyless. Well,
Yeah, just about. I think he's still got one mining base going on in the southwest. But yeah, he is definitely going to be in trouble if he keeps trading armies. He just can't do that at this point in the game. And it looks like Action might even be positioning himself to take another base in the northwest. Meanwhile, it looks like a Doom drop maybe coming in. Maybe I'm just getting excited about all the overlords in the area, but that is a lot of Ultralisks. An Ultraling force coming in to do havoc, and that Defiler's finally coming in to help get some support going on. And now those Reavers are, oh wow, those Reavers got surrounded by the Ultralisks and then got hit with a plague. So nice play by Action all around, using his spells to great effect, keeping Horang2 on the back foot, and you know, every minute that goes on right now where Horang2 is not expanding, he's just, you know, that choke, that death grip is just getting tighter and tighter. And, you know, he's got to do something right now. Yeah, they just showed his main and natural are both mined out.
wow, and there's a GG.
He's got a GG right there. Wow.
Action just able to replace those Zergs so quickly. You know, Horang2 can do just so much with his Reaver groups, but you know, this take a lot longer to come up with than, you know, 3 or 6 Ultralisks at a time. So
Right, yeah, and I mean, just, you know, Action had 4 bases to Horang2's 3 for so long, and he teched a hive so quickly. You know, recently we've been seeing in Protoss versus Zerg, we've been seeing a lot of this, you know, 3-hatch Spire going into Mutalisk Harass and then going to Mass Hydras sort of in the late game. And it's interesting that somebody like Action, who, you know, as far as I know, was winless before this. Maybe he had a win or 2 other than this. But, you know, a relatively unknown guy, a young player coming in and playing straight up, going Hive Tech really quickly and beating out a very solid Horang2. You know, it's hard to say whether or not him choosing to go for Dark Archon tech so early on maybe hurt him. Maybe if he had Side Storms when he got Maelstrom, he would have been able to push away those Mutalisks out earlier and taken some more territory early on. But really, I mean, I feel like it was pretty even for most of the game, and Action was just able to, you know, position his troops better, and make a couple of nicer plays, and really just make sure he kept a lot of pressure on Horang2 while Horang2 couldn't, you know, return the favor.
yeah, I have to lean more towards Dark Archons. I mean Dark Archons. Excuse me. Being a good idea in general, especially the Maelstrom. You know, that could have worked had Action been limited in economy and scope of being able to replace those units so quickly. I mean, it would have been nice if he could have backed Maelstrom up with something to kill the things that he was Maelstroming, but they would just Maelstrom, and then everything that Horang2 had would die after that. You know,
Right.
just delaying the inevitable unless he's got something to back it up. And as we're seeing here in the replay, you know, Action just constantly being able to create a new army is, you know, that's just what happens when you let a base, you know, his 3rd expansion just sit out there in the southeast for so long with no pressure. So I mean, I think Horang2 was hurt by the Archon tech and, you know, the lack of aggressiveness.
Right, yeah. I mean, I'm impressed by Action. He found new ways to harass Horang2 at every step in the game. Like every time that he would try something, you know, whether it worked or didn't, he would have something else to do to pressure Horang2 quickly afterwards. So, anyways, that was a fun game. Unfortunately, Horang2 loses that, but Sparkyz is still up 2-1 in this Week 5 matchup against eSTRO. Next, we are going to be seeing Lita, the main man. He usually doesn't lose those games. We're going to have Lita versus Hiva for eSTRO, and so anyways, I guess we'll go ahead and get to that right now.
Yeah, see you on the other side.